I would now like to welcome to the podium Melissa Lavinson, Senior Vice President of Governmental and External Affairs with Pepco Holdings, for brief sponsor remarks. Melissa, all yours.
Thank you very much and good morning. And that was actually a really fascinating panel. So glad I was able to make it for that. So I'm Melissa Lavinson, I'm Senior Vice President for Government and External Affairs at Pepco Holdings. And I'm pleased to be here today on behalf of Pepco and our parent company, Exelon Corporation, as well as the Edison Electric Institute and EEI's member companies. EEI is the association that represents investor-owned electric companies throughout the U.S. And Exelon's CEO, Chris Crane, currently serves as chair of its board of directors. So we've heard throughout the morning that we're having tremendous transformation in our mobility sector. And one thing that seems to be surging through all of these discussions about the future of mobility is electricity. From personal vehicles to public transit and commercial fleets, electric transportation, it's transforming America's communities, it's transforming our mobility sector, and it's benefiting the environment. Today, we are in the midst of a clean energy transformation, and EEI's member companies, we are committed to getting as clean as we can, as quickly as we can, while at the same time improving reliability and resilience and maintaining affordability for all of our customers. And I think that's a really key piece while we make this transition. You know, our sector, we've made significant progress reducing emissions over the past decade. In fact, as of the end of 2018, as an industry, we've cut CO2 emissions by nearly 30% since 2005, which is the lowest levels in nearly 3 decades. And more than 1/3 of America's energy now comes from carbon-free sources, including nuclear, hydropower, solar, and wind. So on the clean energy journey, there are many pathways to get there and to reduce greenhouse gas emissions, both to meet our mid and our long-term goals. But one of the critical pathways, really, is through electrifying transportation. By accelerating transportation electrification, we can not only leverage the cleaner generation stack that we're creating on the electricity side, as well as the investments that we're making in the grid to be more reliable, more resilient, but we can do it in a way that we reduce economy-wide emissions that provides benefits to all customers, including public health benefits. So this next panel that we're going to be having here today, they're going to focus on the infrastructure and the evolution of mobility. And one of the things, before we go over to the panel, and one statistic that I heard that I think is incredibly important is to meet the increasing demand for electric transportation, it's projected that we're going to need 9 million charging ports throughout the country by 2030. Think about that, 9 million. That's a really big increase from where we are today. In EEI's member companies, we are currently investing more than $1 billion in customer programs and projects to help get there, including at Pepco, where we're really proud that we actually just launched 2 public chargers in the state of Maryland. These are the first 2 as part of our EV Smart program, where we're going to have thousands of chargers deployed over the coming years, and we look forward to doing the same here in the District of Columbia. And while the market is growing, though, there are still challenges, including the uptake of EVs. And so one of the things that we're doing as an industry is we're also supporting policies to help advance EV uptake, including legislation like the Drive America Forward Act, which is expanding the existing EV tax credits to ensure that the EV market will continue to grow. Because legislation like Driving America Forward, it'll help the U.S. continue to be a leader in transportation innovation and electrification and keep a competitive edge. And that's really critical as we move forward to this burgeoning industry. So the bottom line is that we are really excited about the transformation that's out there. We're excited about the future of mobility, and that working together with our policymakers, our automakers, and others, we can really realize the societal benefits, the economic benefits, and the greenhouse gas benefits of a cleaner electrified transportation system. So thank you, and look forward to the discussion that's up next.